Attention audience, the rest of this evening's updates will be based on your subscriber request. Comment down below in this video for any and every crypto you want me to cover this evening. That's once again, any crypto. Time to go crypto investing. And you can see here, if we look at the Bitcoin chart, we're just going to get right on into this today. You can see we formed a little rising, like right here, we had a falling wedge. See that? Now we're in sort of a rising channel. And we're still struggling up here to try to hold this breakout point right here with this uptrending resistance, 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 resistance. And now you're trying to hold it still as temporary support. And this is critical as we go into the weekend here and the futures market closes a little later on tonight. You can see what we got going on here is you hit your first, after you broke this uptrending resistance at 22,462, you shot up the field here a little bit, came right back down again on a classic consolidation, and then you bounce where you would like to bounce. And now you're starting to come up into this area where if you don't breach this old high and you fail to hold this uptrending support and you trade down like this, this could be seen as a bearish move here. And then if you dip below this and you start to come into these moving averages, you would probably do something like this, come down to the 200-day, trade back up, and then get rejected, and then it forces you back down. And this would just be another failed attempt out of this breakout and this consolidation since the great dump of early June of 2022, right? What you would like to see here is you keep holding support down here, and then you breach this old high, and you shoot up into here somewhere, and then that would be very bullish, right? Then if you came back down and touched this like this, you could still kick up to the upside, and then you would have sort of maybe a long elongated W pattern of a breakout looking like, right? But you don't want to see it die out just below the old high and then start to come down and then slip this critical area here, right? You want to see this breach this old high, right? That's what you want to see right now in the Bitcoin price as we head into a thinly traded weekend market. And then maybe you could pump up to maybe some of these upper targets at 26,000. But again, if you fail to hold this, slip below this key uptrending line that was resistance, 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 and resistance, that is now, after you broke it, it's flipped to support briefly right here, and you want to continue to hold that, because if you fall it, you're going to trade back down to this lower support, either the 19,869 or this uptrending area over the weekend at about 20,300 range. And that's what we're watching out for. Your critical first level is right here, this old resistance, which is now support. You can see that support right there. And then your next area on a dump would be all the way down here at the 19,800 to 20,300 level would be major underneath resistance. If you get any kind of big overshoot up here at about 26,000 would be your target move, as we're still in this bear flag. And the bear flag technical target, unfortunately, is all the way down there at $1,188.48. And that would hit our $13,336 target that old Vincenzo'S had on here for about 14 months since the price of Bitcoin was at 63,000 and rising, right? Luna, you can see we're getting forced down. Oh, we got some subscriber coins. That's what I wanted to do. Let's go in here and see where they were, because there were a few of them last night. I wanted to make a video last night, but I passed out. Come on, don't do this to me. Come on. Why do you got to do this to me? There we go. VRA and Gala and Shiba. All right, let's see. What's that? VRA. Let's hope I can find these. Let's go into here. VRA. There we go. Ooh, it's a coin that doesn't have a lot of price in GALA. We'll go find this for my beautiful subscriber. Oops. My XRP Raptor, GALA, and thank you for commenting. And you can see old Vincenzo. We'll do the technical analysis on coins that you want. And then we're going to do Shiba. So let's go to Gala for XRP Raptor. You can see if we go out to the weekly time. Oh, this is a new coin. I like these. These are fun because you don't really know what's going on with them because there's not a lot of price action. So we're going to immediately go to the fixed volume range profile. And then I like to put it down there to keep it out of my way. And you can see you're right at that overhead resistance. But again, on this coin, you can already see here your major upper resistance on a pump. If you can get above the mean of the volume is up here. We're going to make that in white. And we're going to lock that because you can see already. See what we're looking at already, XRP Raptor. If you can break above this line that sticks out, this little skinny red line, that's the mean of the whole volume of this coin. So when you're underneath it, you would expect resistance, right? You can, when you're on top of it, you got supported, brief support, and then you resistance, brief resistance initially there. But if you can break above that and you can get above this area right here, look at this. You got all this free volume in here. You got volume exponentially decreasing right here into this candlestick and very little volume right here. So this whole area right here, if you can get above that, you see how quickly you shot through that? You'll pump back through that just as quickly when you're looking at the VIX volume profile and you see all this open area. But then you would come up into here into a selling supply zone. And if you shot up to there, you would expect it to get rejected, right? Just based on what the volume profile looks like. Look at all the red selling up there. But look at this big area of openness. And that's already initially what I see, just preliminary looking at this on what we're talking about here and seeing this. And then if we go from a swing high to you can even use this swing low, right? Because that would give you upper resistance. So the swing high, see where I came from? And then the swing low. And then you go to current time frame and that dotted line. I like to use the candle bodies. Depends, but I like candle bodies. And you can see the swing high to the swing low. And then we'll lock that. And you can see beautiful upper resistant targets that we got going on here. Right, see that? If you break above this major area right here, we're going to have to put this in a color too. If you break above this major area right here, see that? This big candle. And we'll put this in orange. We'll make this as the last line of defense to the shit house, even though the shit house is never, the price has never been down there. But you can see, here's what I would look at with Gala. If you can break above this, turn it topside, break above the 2.016 Fibonacci retracement and get above this blue ring and that red line, you hold it as support. Your next upper resistance, see that, is all the way up here at the 1.618 golden pocket Fibonacci and that white box up there. Am I saying it's going up there? No, but this is what you got to watch out for. Major upper resistance up here at 16 cents. If you can break above, where we're going to actually put another little box here, this VIX volume profile, and we're going to make this in red. If you can break above this in red, see that? And we're going to make this a little darker. If you can break above that right there, you got a lot of room to run, right? I would like to lock that. Oops, lock. If you can break above this area right here, and we'll put a little price note, and hold this top side, the 0.060, we want to move that over there. The 0.06014,642, if you can break above that and get on top of it with a volume spike, hold it as support, get on top of this red support zone, you can trade on up into here until you meet your first overhead resistance, the 100-day moving average, which is right here at the 10-cent level, 10.25 cents, and then your major upper resistance at 16 cents, right? But the risk is if you get rejected violently by this, your next underneath support is down here at the 3.618 Fibonacci ring, right? And we'll mark that because that's way down here. That's all the way down here as your underneath support at about 2 3/4, almost 3 cents, right? So you need to break above that 0.06 cents, right? The 6 cent level. If you can break above that, you can make a run at 10 or maybe even 16 cents based on the VIX volume profile. But if you get rejected, you're going to come down to the 2 cent level, right? And then if we look at VRA, ooh, this one's got very little volume. And you can see, watch, this is probably doing exactly what the other coin just did. Let's put the VIX volume range profile, because this one already broke up. You can see that? Now you got a lot of volume, but let's look at it before this prior pump where the volume was. Look at that. See how you had, this one was set up a little different, but set up the same still. Say you had no volume in here, so you broke above it, came right up to the mean, broke the mean, and then you overshot it all. Now you're all the way back at almost all-time highs, because you can see up here there was very little volume, right? See that up there? There was very little volume. So as soon as you came through it, you could trade quickly through that. But now if we look at this, you can see you're hitting your major upper resistance, how that's turned into where all the trading is. And you would expect probably a rejection up there, right? So if I had to look at this, I'd be looking at a rejection up here, quite possibly, right? Maybe we can get a fib circle, and we'll go from a swing low to a high right there. See that? And then you can get your upper resistance. And you could quite possibly be looking at upper resistance here. And I would be looking at here is a little bit tougher because you already made the big move. So now you got to look for on the way down where you would go. And to me, on the way down, you might be trading back towards, I don't like how it does that. When you come out of the time frame, it makes you go back into the time frame that you put it on. I would be looking to see how you trade through this area. You got all this is all heavy sell pressure in here. You see all the red in there? You got some buy pressure, but there's a lot of sell pressure in this area right here. And this would be where I would expect the price to trade back down into this weekend right now after this massive pump back to your regional short-term all-time high, since the coin seems to be new. And this seems like you could be forming a double top. And I would expect this weekend that you trade back towards the 200 day. And that's actually what I'm going to call for. I think you're going to trade back down towards the 200 day at 0.005056968, and you could see some kind of a bounce. But if you look at this, you got a big pump, came off the support, big pump, and right now you're getting initially rejected, and that could look like an M-topping reversal pattern or a short-term time frame on this coin double top, and then you would trade back into this consolidation range in red. So that's what I'm thinking in this coin. I'm thinking the other coin could pop like this one just did, but I'm thinking this one, XRP Raptor, I'm thinking this one this weekend trades back down towards support, down at least to the 50-day moving average at 0.055, or more than likely to the 200-day again, and then it's got to try to gather some steam. So that's it with this coin. We'll keep an eye out on this, but that's what I think is going on in VRA. But I think Gala might actually have a nice pump coming up. And then if we look at XRP itself, since everybody loves XRP, in this video is getting kind of long now. You can see we're still up here where we hit that 37 cents overhead resistance, and then we're trading back down towards the 200 day right now. But as long as you stay above the 200 day moving average in the 2 or 3 hour time frame, you can remain short-term bullish and try to make another run up to here at that 37 cents, and then maybe try to get topside eventually, like we've been talking about for days and days and days at nauseum ever since the great dump, right? But if you break the 200 day over here, you would slip down and trade back into the supply zone. So this is a critical area in XRP. Can it hold the 200 day as a 200 day this weekend? Should, unless you get a big dump, should continue to slide upwards like this. And as long as you can hold support, you can remain bullish short term in XRP. Like, subscribe, and share to Vincenzo's Go Crypto Investing. Keep firing off your coin requests. Use the links down below. Become members of Jabroni Killers. Peace and love. Peace and love.